A child draws a star while his mother tells him about kings that once followed a star. So were they scared? The child asks, and she pauses, remembering her own journey, and she says, no, they were homesick for a place that they'd never been before. There's this haunting detail in Matthew 2 that I think most people miss. When the Magi arrive in Jerusalem, the entire city is disturbed alongside Herod. Not just the king, the whole city. So why would news of the Messiah's birth disturb God's chosen people? Because sometimes the very thing we've prayed for becomes the thing that we fear the most when it actually arrives. And these Magi, history suggests they were Zoroastrian priests, students of light and darkness, readers of the cosmic narrative. In their tradition, stars didn't just decorate the sky, they told stories. And this star, it screamed of a king whose reign would outlast every empire they'd studied. So they load camels with the treasures of dead kingdoms, gold that once adorned forgotten pharaohs, frankincense that perfumed altars to silent gods, myrrh that embalmed the mighty who they'd thought would live forever. They carried the wealth of human history to lay at the feet of poverty incarnate. Meanwhile, just 5 miles away, priests who could recite messianic prophecies in their sleep, they chose to stay in bed. Quote, "But you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judea, are by no means least among the rulers of Judea." End quote. That's Matthew 2, verse 6. They knew it. They taught it. They just never believed it would happen in their own lifetime. Or worse, they did believe it and chose comfort over conquest. But here's what really gets to me. When the Magi finally reached that house in Bethlehem, Matthew records something that's really profound. Quote, "On coming to the house, they saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down and worshiped him." End quote. That's Matthew 2, verse 11. They saw the child, not the star anymore. Not the prophecies, not the religious system, the child. In that very moment, these pagan philosophers encountered something that their equations just couldn't calculate. The infinite contained in the finite, the creator in creation, the word made flesh, still learning to speak. And Herod, well, he orders the massacre of innocents, becoming the very darkness the light came to defeat. He thought he could kill God by killing children. He didn't understand that this child came to die anyway, just not yet, and not like that. The religious leaders, they returned to their scrolls, perhaps adding footnotes about astronomical anomalies. The Magi returned home by another route, carrying a secret that would transform the East long before it transformed Jerusalem. And 2,000 years later, we still face the same exact choice. We can choose to be insiders who memorize truth while missing its incarnation, or we can choose to be outsiders who recognize divinity in unexpected places. We can clutch our religious credentials, or we can lay down our foreign gold. The star, it still shines, not in the sky, in every moment that God shows up where we'd least expect him. In every outsider who sees what insiders miss, in every journey that begins with wonder and ends with worship. The question, it's not whether you're far from God or near to God. The question is, when the star appears over Bethlehem, your Bethlehem, will you choose to go, or will you stay in Jerusalem, disturbed but unmoved, knowing everything about God except what it feels like to kneel before him? My friend, I'm Adam. I'm doing these daily Bible studies / devotionals. Really means the world to me that you made it to the end of this thing. Makes me feel like I'm not doing them for just myself. If you have a second to leave a comment or a like, it means more to me than you know. Hope to see you on tomorrow's, but until then, onward, and God bless you.